motherfucking vibes, man. It's your boy Litty Willie, and today on Litty we got Jasmin Cadavid, aka Cadavid.
Jasmin Cadavid. Yeah.
Cadavid. Let's keep it like that. Thank you for coming tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We were talking a lot before the show started. I wasn't supposed to do that, so I got a little insight. Cuban Guatemalan.
No.
No? What is it?
Colombian and Guatemalan.
Colombian.
How you
Guatemalan.
messed up on the first?
I didn't mess up. I was just making sure you knew what you were talking about.
Hey, you Cuban?
Colombian, Guatemala. I look. You know what? I'm gonna prove to you that I know what I'm talking about. Look at the screen right there. What does it say? Colombian, Guatemala. You see?
Oh, you just can't
I was
read.
just making sure that you wasn't too lit yet to answer these questions.
All right. I'm on point.
All right, bet. You're from Miami, but where in Miami?
I'm from Miami, from North Miami originally. I was born in Jackson, moved over to Miami Lakes, and now I live in Boca. I lived in Vegas for a little bit, for about 5-6 years. I just moved back about like 4 months ago. So, you know.
Hot as fuck over there?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Nah, you'd be surprised. It snowed in Vegas. It snows. Like, it snowed last year, well, not last year, but the year before that, it snowed like 20 inches.
What?
It was the first time it snowed in like almost 20 years.
And we're talking Vegas, like where
Vegas,
you gamble
Vegas.
and all that shit?
Yeah, like in the winter, it gets really, really cold.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm
Now
used
I know.
to that.
So how was it growing up in North Miami?
Well, I love it. I'm from Miami, you know, I love it here. This is where home is where the heart is.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
You know, we all get into a little bit of trouble, but
A little bit?
yeah, it's fun.
What was the most trouble you ever got into growing up? Are you allowed to talk about it? It passed already.
Oh, that's just over. Huh? I'll say I'm like, yeah, I did this when I was 15. I don't care.
What was the worst?
I don't know. Didn't you do your research?
Stole from Walmart? You stealing from Walmart?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That wasn't the worst, but it was embarrassing. It was up there.
How many people stole from Walmart over here?
I'm about to say everybody here lying.
Hey, they lying their ass off. Y'all done all stole from Walmart. Scorpio. You are a Scorpio. Make some noises. You're a Scorpio.
I feel like it was a lot of Scorpios in here.
Bro, damn.
The background was like, whoop.
There's a lot of Scorpios here. Your stepdad was a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
And you stated that was one of your influences growing up. Who else did you idolize growing up
My
when it
grandma.
came to music?
Oh, to music.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you know, my stepdad, he was a drummer in a band.
Mm-hmm.
So I always watched him. We went to practice 2 times a week. And then, you know, I watched Selena all the time. They liked, my mom and my stepdad, they liked Metallica. They were into like rock. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Madonna. So I was influenced by a lot of those people, you know, growing up. And then obviously, you know, you had Tupac, because then I had like my cousins and my aunties. So there was Aaliyah, there was Tupac, you know, there was Lauryn Hill.
No biggies?
Nah, I ain't never really been a Biggie fan, sorry.
Oh. Damn.
I was a Tupac.
She shot me in the heart. What about pun?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You want to shoot me again, but it wasn't even no pun either.
Like, I was over there listening to 8 Ball and MJG and like
Tupac.
Young Bloods. Like,
Yeah.
I was listening to more like South.
Trick?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
I'd have
I had to
Trick.
make sure of that. Oh. Did COVID fuck up any kind of your... I mean, we have a lot of things that you do here. We're talking modeling, CBD owner, business owner, music, acting. Did COVID affect any of those things when it hit?
Well, as far as entertainment, yeah, it should have affected me and every other entertainer because, you know, all the clubs shut down. People couldn't do walkthroughs. Like, even right now, like, it's hard to get in-person interviews. You know, some people still ain't doing in-person interviews.
Right.
So, yeah, it just affected that, like, not being able to, like, go out to clubs and, you know, do hostings. But I feel like all that shit is opening back up now. And, you know, thankfully, you know, I'm blessed. Like, our CBD company is e-commerce. You know, we're a wholesale e-commerce. Mm-hmm. So all of our stores that buy from us, they shop online. They make the orders online and we ship it out. So we weren't really affected, you know, by the pandemic like everybody else, thank God.
Get yourself multiple businesses. That way, if something happens, you still got...
Right. If one is doing bad, one might be doing good, you know, one falls off and you got one taken off. So that's why I stay trying to have like my whole hand in the pot. If I come up on like a different type of opportunity, I want to know about it. Like, I'm interested to get into it because some of this shit, you don't know how long it's going to last.
Right. It's Woman Appreciation Month, so let's make some noise for this powerful woman sitting next to me. So how'd you get into the entertainment business? Was it starting off as a model, a business, a CBD business owner, or do music? How did you get into the entertainment business? What was your first venture?
I started off with a photo shoot.
Okay.
And honestly, I always said that MJ Flicks was my first photo shoot, but I ain't never give the credit to my mom, because really it was my mom. Like my mom, she was always she would pick up different new little hobbies. And when I was like 16, 17, about 17, she started getting into photography. And I had her come take pictures with me at the beach. And then I guess that would have been my first photo shoot or whatever. But then I shot with an actual photographer, which was MJ Flicks. And then from there, I just started getting booked. Did my first, video. So I started off as a model, fitness model, video vixen, 2015 video vixen of the year.
Oh, wow.
And I did commercials. I got into acting and just trickled on. Then the weed came around, because it started opening up to the country. California started becoming legal.
Right.
So when people started telling me yo, Jazz, you should come out with your own strand, because people knew me from back home, to be in that world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was the first female, in our hip hop culture or whatever, to come out with her weed strand. I had Jazzy Kush with Corrupt and Dr. Zodiac, and then we had Banana Moon Rocks.
So this is weed. This is not CBD.
Yes. I started off with weed, and then when we separated, then I got into the more healthier aspect, which was the CBD, CBG. Now we have Delta 8.
Okay, so wait.
I know you did a lot.
Yeah. So I don't smoke weed. So I want to know, first of all, where does it go from CBD to CBG?
CBG.
CBG and Delta 8. What is the difference between all this?
So CBD is basically, if flower has high CBD content, it has low THC content,
okay.
And then vice versa. So if it has super high THC, it's gonna have very
CBD.
little or to no CBD content. CBD, it still has the traces of THC, but it's basically, you get all the medicinal benefits. So anxiety, pain, anti-inflammatory, antidepressant, it comes with all the medicinal benefits, but it doesn't have that euphoric head high. Like when you smoke weed, you be high, you be overthinking sometimes, you be a little paranoid. You don't have none of that stuff in your head. You just only get the medicinal benefits. CBG has zero traces of THC. So that's the cleanest way to get all the medicinal benefits. So a lot of people like that. If they're on papers or something, they got to get drug tested, they're going to stick to the CBG because there's zero traces of THC. And to get CBG, it takes a lot of yielding to get a little bit. It's actually the baby form of the plant before it grows. Into, yeah. Right. And then the Delta 8. Delta 8 is a new thing. It's kind of like spice.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if y'all know about spice, you get it at the gas station, but it gets you a little bit high, whatever.
And what's the CBD to THC ratio in that, or is that not?
It's a different.
It's a different, just something.
So Delta 9 is what you deal with when you're doing THC. It's Delta 9. So Delta 8, it's a whole different chemical. It's a whole different compound. So it doesn't have anything to do with THC.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about getting into kratom?
It's all in the same. It's all in the
same umbrella.
It's all in the same umbrella. So, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. The feature you said that you had when you had your own strain, we're talking about Corrupt the rapper. Mm-hmm. So how did that come up?
Well, Corrupt and Dr. Zodiac were a team for Moon Rocks. So I don't know if y'all remember, but when the cannabis first started opening up in the dispensaries, Moon Rocks, when it was a big deal,
right.
People never seen that before. So Dr. Zodiac and Corrupt, they were partnered with the Moon Rocks. That was their thing. So I linked with Dr. Zodiac, and then I got on board with them.
Right. With
the Jazzy Kush and the Banana Moon Rocks.
So besides Jazzy Kush, what's your favorite strain? Don't talk about yours. We know yours.
I like more indicas.
Okay.
I thought everybody be like, oh, sativa, so I could stay awake. I just feel I get higher with indica. You know, like I just feel like I just get less high with sativa, and maybe that's why everybody feels like it keeps you up.
Right.
Because you less high.
You got to keep going.
Yeah, like I be zooted, like I be more blowed with indicas. I feel like I'm just more higher.
So what would you rather pick, smoking or drinking, if you had to go?
Oh, smoking.
Smoking.
Yeah. I shouldn't even be drinking right now.
No?
No.
But sometimes you got to get lit. That's why it's called the Litty Show.
I know. I'm doing it for the cause.
Okay. Support the hustle.
Yeah.
Make some noise for the Litty Show.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's all right.
Cheers.
All right, so we're gonna play a game real quick. It's called This or That. I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick. I don't know if you're gonna like this or not.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this or that. I'm gonna ask you apple, oranges. You're gonna say this or that, whatever one you like. All right, but it's not gonna be fruit.
This or that.
All right. Selena, J-Lo.
J-Lo.
That.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. So you picking J-Lo
Okay.
over Selena?
Mm-hmm.
J-Lo over Selena.
Yeah.
Okay. Ashanti, Keisha Cole.
Keisha Cole. I mean that.
That. Okay. Mary J. or Beyonce.
This.
Okay. You got some smart answers now. Erykah Badu or Lauryn Hill.
That.
That. Ooh. All right, and this one's gonna be tough for you. I don't even know if you know these people. You might know them because you're Hispanic. La India or Celia Cruz.
I know them. It's just.
It's tough.
I guess I would say that.
That.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking on Spanish women, do you have any Spanish tracks?
I do, but I never released it. I did Strike a Pose in Spanish. I did like another Spanish track. I just never put it out.
Why not?
Well, it was a lot of music that I never put out. The past couple years, like, and I think a lot of other artists can resonate with this. Is like, you know, you make all this music, but then you start getting into it, and then there's all these different people coming at you and telling you how to be and telling you what you're supposed to do, and you got to move like this, and you have to build like that. And then me listening to all them different people, I was second guessing myself. I thought it wasn't good enough. I thought it wasn't prepared the right way. You feel me? And like, my sisters, they were my biggest fans, my biggest supporters, and they would be begging me, like, yo, this is my favorite song. Please put this shit out. I'd be like, nah, you know, like, I feel like, you know, it ain't good, and I feel like this need to be like that or whatever. But, yeah, that's basically why I never put them out, because I spent, you know, a lot of time, like, worrying about what everybody else thought. But I'm in a space right now that I really don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. Like, so I feel like this is my time to just release what I feel like I want to release. Like, It doesn't really matter what anybody wants.
So whatever the fuck you like, you put it out.
Yeah, if I feel like this is what I want right now, then I'm gonna just put that bitch out.
Make some noise for that. Is the industry still a mean entity to you?
Oh, what? Meat?
Mean.
Mean.
Yeah. Because you said on one of your interviews that the industry was something mean, like, you know, it was rough for you. You still feel that way?
I mean, for sure. Like, it's not just for me. Like, I think that the music industry and entertainment industry as a whole, you know, it's a difficult place to be in.
Right.
You gotta have tough skin, for sure. Like, it's not something you can get into and, you know, not be able to hear no. You're gonna hear no a lot, you know, like, you're gonna have to fight for your spot. Especially, like, for me, you know, I'm a woman, how I look, you know, a lot of times people take me as like I'm a pushover, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or like maybe I got to where I'm at because somebody did it for me or somebody gave it to me.
Right.
Or, you know, maybe they think I'm sweet or soft or something. So it's like you have to put your foot down a lot. And I don't mind, you know, like, I got backbone, it's cool. I'm almost like used to it now. So that's why when you asked me that, I had to think about it, because I don't take it as mean no more, because I'm mean too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you gonna fight fire with fire.
Yeah, we're gonna fight fire with fire.
Ain't no pussy. You said that there was little hurdles in the industry that you had to overcome. What was the biggest hurdle that you felt like you had to overcome in the industry?
I would say, like, you know, respect. Like, when you come from that lane of modeling, you know, being in videos and stuff, like, people tend to label you, you know, like, maybe that's an easy girl, or like, you know, just that stereotype of a voluptuous woman, right? Or, you know, somebody the way she looks like. So yeah, you have that like stigma or whatever. And I do feel like that was something I had to fight a lot for. You know, it's like people needed to hear what comes out of my mouth, not what they see in, you know, on their face. Like, it's like once I start talking and we get into a conversation, then they understand like, okay,
Yeah, you ain't no fool.
she's not stupid.
Right.
Like she knows what she's talking about. Like she's here to work, and I'm not afraid to put in the hours. You know, it's a lot of people, and it is true. You will get a lot of women who they get things given to them, and they don't want to put the work in. You know, like I'm not afraid to put in hours. Like even with my CBD, like it was a time I would say like in October, you know, with COVID and everything, and like having to be closed. Like I was there chopping down plants, hanging up plants, picking up 150 pounds with one of the boys from the team, you know, just to help out, to show that like you see my face on the product, but I'm also putting in the work.
Facts.
You know, like I'm here, like I know what goes on, like, you know, I'm gonna pick this shit up, I'm gonna be ugly, like, but we gonna get the job done. You know, like we in this together.
Facts. I mean, I think that's the way. Shout out to 24 and shout out to the whole Litty team. When we all come in here, it doesn't matter if you're the host, the cameraman, whatever. Everybody's putting in work to make sure that the show's going. So I could relate to that. Instagram, you got 1 million followers. Like I don't think I got 1 million anything. I couldn't even say like I had I don't even think I got 1 million hairs on my body. How do you deal? Because I know not all the stuff is good. I know you get a lot of fuck shit on there. How do you even deal with that, or at this point you don't even see it no more and it doesn't bother you? It doesn't get to you.
I ain't even gonna lie. It's like it's been times that like I'll sit there and argue with motherfuckers. I'm like,
right.
like it's probably somebody under a fake page, but I don't know. I could be petty sometimes, or I'll just be like emotional, like no. But yeah, like I said earlier, this is an industry that you gotta have tough skin.
Right.
You know, and like if you want to be in this position, you gotta know that that's what comes with it.
Right.
Like if people they don't have anything negative to say, like you really, you know, you're just not the topic of the conversation. Like so, the fact like even if they are saying bad things, like the fact that you taking so much time out, like you think about me, you know, like you here right now looking at me, like it's something. So yeah, it's definitely. You know, you gotta have a little bit of tough skin, like with Instagram. But I also did mention something earlier, like if I could choose, like if I didn't have this career, I would probably just delete all that shit.
And
like,
that was
right
off
now.
camera, so yeah, that's what we were talking about. I was like, cause we were talking. I'm not 1 million deep in like you, but I was already telling you like I fucking hate social media. Mm-hmm. Like I hate it. I just hate opening my phone and dealing with that. Do you have somebody running it for you, or you do all your social media on your own?
I do most of it.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll get like a little bit of help here and there, right. You know, management, whatever. But I do most of it because I've been in predicaments where I had like a team like handling my stuff,
right?
And then they didn't like work the way that I needed it to get done. And like I move fast on my feet,
right?
You know, so if I got a team around me and you're not moving faster than me, why do I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Why are you taking something from
wasting
me?
Time.
You know, like so. I feel like if it's gonna be like that, I might as well just keep doing what I'm doing. You know, I'll move how I want to move and
get drunk on the weekend and argue with the people. Craziest DM. There has to be one. I know there has to be one.
Bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I've been getting crazy DMs since like middle school.
What?
Because I remember like I don't even know if I should say it. But
no, you should
remember,
say it.
Like, it was one girl, right? And, like, she was, like, she kept writing to me. I think this was, like, MySpace, right?
Yeah.
And she, like, kept writing to me. And then, like, one day, she was, like, on a Molly. She was, like, sending me all types of crazy shit, like, to come over. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is how y'all do it? Like, I was still so young, too. Like, I didn't know that, like, people really
intentions.
Especially not a girl coming to a girl, you know. It was like.
So what's your male to female ratio on your DMs? Are you getting more girl DMs or guy DMs?
Oh, of course, more guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, because you said the first one was a girl, so.
No, that was my first like
crazy one.
DMs.
Got you.
You know, like I was like, I didn't know how to handle it. You know, I didn't know what to say.
Shout out to the crazy girl that DM'd her in middle school. Make some noise for her. What's a must though? Like a super must when you're in the studio, like when you're gonna go there and you're gonna record. What's that one thing you gotta have in there?
I don't drink and I don't smoke whenever I have work to do.
Okay.
So like I be smoking most of the time throughout the day, but like if I have a photo shoot, if I need to record, anything that I have to do as far as my career, I don't drink and I don't smoke because I don't like to cloud my vision. And if me being the best of my abilities is me being sober, then I'm gonna be sober for when I gotta be on camera, when I gotta record, whatever. So a must is I don't be smoking and I don't be drinking. And I don't like extra people hanging out in the studio when I'm recording. There's a lot of people that they kind of like the party, chill vibes. I don't like that. I really don't like anybody in my session except me, the producer, engineer, maybe somebody else that's writing with me. But I like it real close, and so I can just like, zone in on what I'm doing.
So must is peace and quiet, basically.
Yeah.
Like professional work.
Yeah.
Fumbles. You had one fumble that stuck out to me because this happened to me before. So you were at a video shoot, you stated, and it took you 2 days to shoot a video. And then you said they lost the footage, and then you had to come back and do that in 1 day. I think it was Flow.
I think it was Flow.
It was Flow. It was Flow.
They ended up finding the footage.
Oh wow.
But they found it when it was too late. So like he ended up, sending me where he at? He ain't in here no more? 'Cause somebody here is the one that put me down with him. But yeah, he lost the footage. I even like I did my due diligence, and instead of me like reaching out to people, I went on what's that shit called? Model Mayhem. I went on Model Mayhem and I looked for a guy that I wanted to use for the video, and I just messaged him, directly. I was like, hey, look, I got this video, I'll pay you this much, but I would really like to use you. He was like a Wilhelmina model, super fine as hell. But yeah, like I had all that footage of him. I didn't get to use anything. So yeah, they lost the footage. It was a big deal. His friends, they all felt so guilty about it. So they tried to help him. We had to reshoot it and everything.
But you got it done in 1 day.
Yeah.
You got it done.
One thing about me, we gonna get it done.
Gonna get shit happen.
Yeah.
Was that like one of your frustrating, most biggest fumbles in the industry? Or
nah.
No?
Most biggest fumbles? Nah.
Well, I want to hear the biggest fumble. The one that made you say, fuck.
Bro, like, I keep saying bro.
Yeah, I'm your bro.
Like, we've been bros forever.
We've been bros.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I've had a lot of fumbles. Like, I really can't pinpoint one.
None?
Like, but the thing about me is, like, I could fall down a lot of times, but I'm gonna just keep getting up. So I try not to think about, like, I try not to dwell on the negative, and focus on the positive and focus on, like, what I'm going after.
L's are not losses. L's are lessons. Remember that.
Oof.
You sound like my daughter. My daughter said that. Oof. Did you ever meet an artist that you were so starstruck that you like, I have to relax? Like, let me relax and be professional.
Maybe.
Maybe? Who? I would like to know.
I mean, I guess, like, Chris Brown is my favorite artist.
Okay.
So, yeah, like, I have been to, like, gatherings and stuff when he was there. Like, my people are really good friends with him, and I've been around. And, I was, like, hella nervous first time I was around. I'm like, okay, be serious.
Be serious.
That's not my favorite artist. But, so he's just as cool as you and I.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. So once you talk to him, you put the guard down?
So, yeah, once you see, like, the vibe and, like, like, you're already chilling. Like, it's just, we all regular people,
Yeah. Any bougie people that you met, you're like, or you can't say that on camera?
No, I'll say it. I'm trying to think, like, there is a lot of, there is some bougie motherfuckers. But I ain't going to name drop and give them no... Give them no light.
We gonna give
rude ass bitch.
Talking about celebrities. So you worked with people like Gucci Mane. You had pictures of 50 Cent, Zoe Dollars, James Harden. You got a whole list of people you interacted with. Who else have you worked with, like in the industry, in the music industry?
Making music with.
Yeah.
So I got some songs with DJ Luke Nasty.
Okay.
I got some records with Mesa. You know Roberto Mesa?
No.
Out of New Jersey. Yeah, he's put me down with him too. He's a rapper out of New Jersey.
Make some noise for Hayes. Hold on. Everybody make some noise for Hayes, man.
JP!
I had to put him on the spot. You know that, right?
I had to put him on blast.
He's quiet, so you got to make sure you put him on blast.
He's trying to hide over there.
Yeah, he's trying to hide in the cut. Shout out to Mixmasters. Yeah, so who else?
But yeah, I got some records with him. He's about to drop his project. He's got Jadakiss on there. He's got me. He's got Dream Doll, It's Biscuit. He's got
That's
some
dope.
nice good
Okay, it's a
features
nice
on
little
there.
lineup. Mm-hmm. Nice little lineup.
But as far as like features and like working with different people, that was another thing that I did. Like, so when I first got into music, I was working with a PR that was like, no, you don't do any music with local artists, like, because we want to keep you like this. And I had an interview the other day. It was online, right? And they asked me that, like, about my music and the direction and everything. Who would I want to work with? And I'm like, to be honest, bro, like, if they make good music and I'm a fan of their music, they could have 2,000 followers or 200,000 followers, 2 million. I don't give a fuck. But if I think that shit is good and I think that person is talented, I want to make music with them. So that's the way I see it now. But, you know, going to the past couple years where I was getting into it and taking my career seriously, you know, like I was told, well, don't, you know, do that. So that's mainly why I didn't like work with different people and stuff, because I was trying to listen to other people.
Got you. But now you're at a point, like you said, you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm at a space in my life. Like, if I feel that shit is good, like, that's the only thing that matters. Like, if that makes me happy, it shouldn't matter what anybody else thinks.
I respect that. And I appreciate that because you're sitting here with us today.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
I need everybody to tone it down a little bit because I'm going to get into a very serious conversation right now. But I really want to say happy birthday to your sister today.
Hell yeah.
Your sister's birthday today. So everybody that got a drink or a smoke, let's pick up our drinks. Let's do whatever we're going to do. And let's have one time.
Rebecca Davila was one of the realest bitches I ever met, bro.
So on 3, we're going to take our drinks or our smokes or our shot. 1, 2, 3.
And we had to take a shot because she would have been 21 today.
So let's talk on the situation because you did lose 2 sisters, right? And we want to bring awareness to the situation, but at the same time, we want to do it respectfully. So what are we trying to bring awareness to? What happened to your sisters?
In life, you don't ever really expect these types of things to happen, you know, especially to 2 young, innocent, like, good-hearted people, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, you see people, they live by the gun, they die by the gun. It's almost like, you know, well, you were in that life, but it's like, it just hit different when you see people who, like, didn't have anything negative to give the world, only positivity, love, take in other people, take in animals. But I do want other women to know that, like, you're not alone. You know, you're not alone. Like, I think in a lot of these situations, our traumas from our childhood and maybe things that we learned and things that we didn't get to learn or get to see from a father figure or a mother figure, you know, it trickles down with your life later on. And I think an important message would be for the parents, you know, like, it ain't even really about the women, because for my sisters, we did everything that we could, you know what I'm saying, to keep this person away, to, like, you know, move on and stuff. But I think something we got to take a look at is ourselves as parents, if we have children, to be there for your child, because a lot of these people, like, even the person holding the gun, you know, didn't really have anybody for them, and they probably didn't know or get the love that they were supposed to get growing up. So I think we need to take a look at ourselves and try to break the cycle, you feel me, and, you know, be a better example to other people. Us men need to cherish our women more, you know,
respect
our women more, and you know, it really is the system failed us. But I mean, this goes on so much.
Right. But you know what? Like you told me in the beginning of this show, there was never at one time ever your sister would want any of us to feel any kind of negativity or feel down, your sister will want us to celebrate, have fun, because you said on her birthday it was always a turn up. So that's what we're gonna do today. I want everybody to give a 10-second silence for her sister. Let's bow our heads and give a 10-second silence. 1, 2, 3. And now we turn up and celebrate life.
Nah, yeah, like, see, I wasn't supposed to like choke up like
That's
that or
okay.
whatever, but you know, a lot of people, they was messaging me today like, hey, you know, like, stay strong, this and that, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm cool. Like, my sisters, like, we wasn't them type of people. Like, when we chill and we hang out, like, it's time to hang out. Like, today we would have been hanging out.
That's a
like,
fact.
we would have been hanging out. We would have had a bottle. We would have been chilling, riding around, music loud, like, with the family, like, just with people we love, you know? So it's like when people were messaging me that, I'm like, bro, it's not a gloomy day. Like, I'm rejoicing. Like, my sister would have wanted us to be hanging out, having a good time. So, you know, that's the type of time I'm on. I'm not like, you know, I'm not really like, you know, like,
Right. No,
I ain't down about it.
No.
Like, I'm excited. Like, you know.
And if she was here, she would have been drinking with us and having fun.
Hell yeah.
Acting. You're in the acting field and stuff. The Fear Factor thing. What was going on with that?
They never, man. I ain't even gonna bullshit with you. It's like a
No.
lot of. It's not even just TV. It's just so many people in general.
Politics.
Not even no, it's just people in general. A lot of people, they say things and they don't come through with it. So it's like a lot of these shows. Well, you know what? One of the shows that I was working with did get affected by the pandemic.
Okay.
And so that one actually didn't go through because of the pandemic. Studios were closed for so long.
Right.
You know, they had investors and everything. So
They got an excuse.
yeah, they had
They
an
got an
excuse. They had an
excuse. They
excuse.
got an excuse.
But like, you know, some other ones that from years ago or whatnot, it's, you know, it's always like, it's like always different bullshit. I think I got into Bad Girls Club when I was like 19, and then we're already about to sign papers, and then they realized that I wasn't 21. You're supposed to be 21, you know, to be on a show like that.
You're from Miami. You couldn't get a fake ID or something like that?
I had a fake ID.
You should just give him that fake ID.
Right, I should have gave him the fake.
You see?
But yeah, it's with things like that didn't come through, like a lot of the time, like that fell upon, you know, producers or whoever was running that specific thing, and you know.
I specifically asked about Fear Factor because, you know, you can't judge a book by a cover, but I don't see you eating boiled maggots and horses' foots and stuff like that.
Where's my people at?
Where's the people at? Will she drink boiled maggots? Yeah?
Would I drink?
He's like, hell no, not with me.
He talking about for how much?
He trying to pimp you off on it.
If the price right, she gonna do it.
But you were really about that for real?
Hell yeah. Well, for especially for eating, yeah. Man,
what was the craziest shit you ate?
I eat a lot of weird shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
I
don't know, but whatever you eat, that's weird. Yeah. I mean, listen, I went to China, not this past year, but the year before that for my birthday, right?
You didn't tell me you ate the bat. Are you the one that brought? No.
Nah, no. I mean, they had weird shit like jellyfish platters. So like, you know, I tried all the like different little bit of stuff. I ain't tried no dog or nothing like that. Yeah. But here in the States, I mean,
you know, you eat dog without knowing though, right?
I love, huh?
She said she didn't eat dog. I said, you know, you probably eat dog and you don't even know it.
I hope not.
You hope not. It's some good ass dog.
Bro, stop. But
back.
I eat a lot of raw stuff.
Okay.
I like a lot of raw food.
Okay, yeah.
I love.
So
raw
you love
food.
sushi.
I love sushi. I love raw clams, raw oysters. You know, conch, lambi.
Yeah.
But you know, the lobster green part, like the brain part. I'll eat that too. That shit's so good.
What about the lobster eggs? The little red shit.
No, you're not supposed to eat the eggs.
No. You sure? That's called caviar.
Not of lobster.
Huh?
That's from fish.
That's fancy caviar.
From lobster?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I was in Thailand like 3 years ago, and they had like buckets of that.
You ate it?
No. Not at all. I've never been to Thailand though.
He just tried to play me.
What else? What was the last thing you acted in? Like in your acting career, what was the last thing you acted in?
I did like a Drake Super Bowl commercial like some years ago, but that was a while ago. It was probably like 5-6 years ago. And then I did like an extra role in the Pain and Gain movie, but that was also a long time ago. But I feel like that was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, I was on set with Mark Wahlberg, Michael Bay,
Okay.
The Rock. Like, I was like, oh shit.
Did you talk and interact with them?
Hell yeah. I was you know what? You asked me about the starstruck question.
Yeah.
Marky Mark.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Yeah, I was.
You were starstruck with Mark Wahlberg.
I didn't know how to act. I was like,
is his
normal.
Boston accent real or is it
Is he
state?
what?
His Boston accent is it real?
Yeah, and he's kind of gangster. Like,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Boston's with the shits. If you didn't know,
he has like a little gangster personality. You know? But yeah, I was like a little starstruck. I didn't know how to act. I was like, okay, well,
she called him Marky Mark.
act normal, cause that's what my mom. They're like, oh my God, Marky Mark.
New kids on the block.
That's how they know him.
Yeah,
So
Mark
I'm
and
like,
Mark.
oh, Marky Mark. Marky Mark.
What would be your dream acting role? Like if you had to like do a role or pick something that you would act in, what would it be?
Do you mean like a movie?
Anything, show, movie, anything. What would be like that one that you want?
Yeah, I'll probably do like a movie. You know, if I was like a main character.
Like J-Lo's life story.
Hell yeah,
That'd be dope.
that was a good idea right there.
I
Yeah.
just all I want is 2% in a bottle of Ciroc. If you get that deal.
Okay.
Is 2% a lot?
You guys heard it first.
What's 2% out of
means
a
the
million? Who's good at
2%.
math?
2% out of a million?
Yeah.
Well, 2%, I don't know.
Damn, everybody dumb in math here. Somebody gotta be smart at math.
200?
There you go.
200,000?
Damn, make some fucking noise if you're smart in
no,
math. Oh, now everybody want to clap. You said if a guy really wants a girl, he's gonna get her. If he works hard at it, he chases her, he puts all his into it. Is that safe for him and her though, doing that?
For who?
For both of them.
For the girl to do it too?
No. If a guy's chasing a girl, he gets her, and in the beginning she may not want him, she may not like him, but then that consistency pays. Is it really safe for him, or is it gonna work at the end?
I don't know. Everybody's story is different, but what I know, like, I feel like I got a lot of walls around me. You know, like, I'm not an easy person to like tap into. And I'll be friendly, and you know, I want to be friends with people, but it's hard for me to like really open up and feel like I could trust somebody. So I feel like,
Is that from life experiences, or is that because of the position you're in today?
definitely both.
Okay.
Definitely both.
Sorry to cut you
know?
off, but
Nah, yeah, definitely both. You know, life situations, like it just, you know, things just happen in your life, and you just feel like, you know, like you just can't trust nobody, and rightfully, you shouldn't trust everybody and anybody. You know, people don't always have their best intentions, but I think a lot of some people are a little more hard on the exterior than others. And so for me, yeah, I have like those barriers. And for somebody to get with me, it takes a really strong-minded individual with a lot of tough skin.
right.
But like once you're able to break that down, like the love is endless. I mean,
That's it.
yeah, like I really like people that are close to me, like my best friends, my mom, my sisters knew, like anybody that's really close to me, like, they know that like I'll go out of my way. There's no ends to where I would go for you.
For
you
your
know?
love.
Mhm.
Right. What was your worst heartbreak?
My worst heartbreak, I did it to myself. It was my first love.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, I
Please
did it to
explain.
myself.
Please
So,
explain.
When I met him, I was like 16. I had just gotten out of like a 6 months bid in this juvenile program. And so I made a decision that I didn't want to do drugs. I didn't want to be around people that did drugs, you know, because I knew like the path that I had came from, and I didn't want to go down there again. So I got with this guy, and he ended up, you know, he kept smoking weed around me, and then next thing was Molly, then it was Coke, and then next thing you know, like I'm hooked on that shit again, you know. But I was like, I had never did beans, because that's what it was called back then. It wasn't Molly, it was
Papa
like
Bean,
Papa
yeah.
Bean, right? So I had never did beans or anything like that. But once I tried it with him, like that, I was, you know, I was like addicted to it. I wanted to do it all the time, and it changed me as a person and changed my character, because that's not who I really am. And the path that I went down in that relationship with him, you know, it led me to cheat on him a lot. But you know, long story short, we had gotten to like a bad like, you know, altercation, and I accidentally hurt him, you know, pretty bad. And we never spoke. He never spoke to me again.
You hit him with a car?
No, I hit him with a shoe, a high heel.
Oh.
And yeah, like it was bad because I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I didn't mean
out.
to do it. You know, we were drinking, and like it was things that were said, like, you know, about personal things and, you know, my family.
It got
and
ugly.
Stuff. So like I just like I reacted and whatever, you know, it just went a way that I didn't want it to go, or I expected. But yeah, he never spoke to me again. He ended up getting with a bitch that was his homegirl, and she was my homegirl. I ended up beating her ass.
Oh my God.
And yeah, he didn't like I was dreaming about this guy for like 3-4 years even after that. I was in a whole new relationship with somebody else, and I was still dreaming about him because I really thought that, you know, we would get back together. And then some years later, he did end up talking to me. I, you know, went to go meet up with him. He told me he was having a baby, and I started crying. And he's like, "Wait, you thought we were gonna get back together?" I'm like,
Whoa.
"Yeah." Like, why?
Was that the closure though?
Yeah.
That was the closure.
Yeah. So when he told me that, like, I cried a little bit, but it was like I had all this weight lifted off of me because it was so many years that I'm thinking I'm gonna get back with my first love,
And
whatever.
you let it go.
You know. So fine. Yeah. He told me that, and I was like, I could breathe now. Like I can move on.
And now he's looking on you on Instagram like, fuck.
Probably.
No, he is.
He is.
No, you're not probably. He is.
He is. He sends me a couple DMs sometimes.
All those are the ones that we were talking about. The crazy. Any kids?
I have a daughter. My daughter's gonna be 2 on Sunday.
Let's make some noise for a daughter or 2 on Sunday.
That baby getting louder claps than me already. Well, she is.
She a superstar without you knowing.
Is.
Are you done?
Yeah,
Done.
for sure.
Finish.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I like get married and one day, like
I got married and I had kids and it still didn't work. So don't say you got married.
I like if I get married and take that step, it's because like we filthy rich and all that. Like
Right.
I don't even need to work. So if it comes to that point, then yeah. You know, like, but at this point in my life, no, I don't want any kids.
Okay.
That was like that having a child is a lot of work. Especially like if you somebody who likes to take initiative and everything. Like I find myself doing a lot of things just because, you know, like I like things to go a certain way. But that's a lot of work, and nah, I don't want any extra.
So is that balance with your daughter and what you're doing right now hard?
Hell
Juggling?
yeah. Hell yeah. That's just hard as fuck. And I salute any woman, you know what I'm saying, that takes care of anybody besides themselves, not even just somebody that they gave birth to.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of us that, and not just women, it's males too. Like any individual that takes care of another individual, you know, a life and soul, like I salute, because it's very hard. You know, you're dealing with somebody else's emotions, you're dealing with all types of other bills, somebody else's responsibilities. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
We're not gonna take away from Women Appreciation Month, even though I watch my kids. So let's make some noise for all the single women and the women that are working for their kids.
Yeah.
All right. So what does a guy need to do to make you say, yeah, this is it, I'm going to commit to him? Like, what's that one thing that he can do or he should do, or where you just say that's the one?
So, like I said before, I'm not an easy person. Like, you know, and I'm still dealing with a lot of, you know, like emotional like issues, especially like with what happened to my sisters, you know, a few months ago, whatever. Like I'm still dealing with it, and like I can show, yeah, I'm happy and stuff, but I am still hurting inside, you know. I think that being my friend is the most important. Like a lot of people miss the friendship factor in relationships.
Right.
And it's like, how do I treat my best friend? My best friend, that's my homegirl, the way I treat her is like when I get upset at her, I actually bite my tongue. I don't even argue with her. I bite my tongue because I love her so much that like I don't want to say the wrong thing and offend her. And I think that if I, meet a man like that who's able to stand with me, like through my bullshit.
Right.
Cause I got a lot of bullshit, especially when I drink. That's why I told you I probably shouldn't be drinking right now.
Right.
But like it's a lot of bullshit that comes with being with me, and I think somebody that just has like the strength and character to say like I'm not gonna leave her and I'm gonna stick through this with her, like the good times and the bad times. That's somebody that's gonna show. Because I've been around so many people and they're just so quick to fold. Like I've been around people that see me get like drunk as fuck, belligerent, and they're like, "Nah, I ain't fucking. Nah, hell nah." I'm like, "Nigga, you weak as fuck." Like that's all it took for you was that little ass argument. I'm cool. Like you too weak.
You're not built for this.
You're not built for this. Like for real.
Like
your skin is very thin.
So you bring up drinking, and you say like sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and I can relate. Because I've had a drinking problem in the past. I control it now. Is that suppressed anger that has you like that sometimes?
Probably. Shit, if I knew the answer, I probably wouldn't be dealing with it. But yeah, it's probably like suppressed anger. Because to be honest with you, like, is when I drink, like, and I drink like that, I'll black out and I get violent. And so like I had to think to myself, like, I'm probably just dealing with shit that I don't know I'm dealing with, maybe subconsciously.
Right.
Because why do I get like that? Like,
right.
Everybody nobody else gets like that. Why do I get like that?
Oh, I get like that too.
So, like, it's something that you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, like, where is this coming from? And I have asked myself that, and I think that, yeah, maybe it's like suppressed anger that I probably haven't addressed some sort of issue,
We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. I'm just trying not to drink that much.
I gotta be real political. You see how my manager's looking at me right now, right? He's like, make sure you do not say the wrong thing. Shout out to Hayes too. Hayes don't see me come in the building sometimes a little bit too lit, and we fixed that problem. So I think you just need to, from experience, it's only an opinion. This is not a fact. I'm not a fucking doctor.
Regulate how much you drink?
No, it's not about regulating it. I think it's finding out what the fuck you're mad about.
Okay.
Sober. Let that shit out, and then like you can get drunk till you're fucking crawling on the floor, as long as it's not something that I found out that if you drink out of anger and depression, it's not gonna end well.
Right.
So drink out of celebration. So if you feel like you're angry or pissed off,
don't drink.
Yeah, don't drink. Yeah.
Because once you get into that bad place, it's hard to come out.
Somebody gonna get hit with a red bottle.
Somebody windshield.
Somebody wins. We're not gonna talk about that right now. You juggle a lot. You have a business, you're a model, you're an artist, you're an actor. What's the toughest part on, doing so many of these things at one time? What would be the toughest part?
Time management, for sure. Like time management. Like you have to really be disciplined. Mm-hmm. And I've learned it over the years, like discipline myself. And like every day in my notes, like I have a list of things that I have to do every day. So every day, like my list changes. So like I found my own way to like manage my time and organize it to the way it works for me. Like some people, they might use Google calendars and like different alerts. Like for me, my notes works the best for me.
Got you.
Because I go to my notes every single day. So for me, like I go to my notes, I'll write the things down that I need to do tomorrow or today, whatever. And if I don't finish those things, I'll trickle along what I had from that day to what I need to do the next day. So time management is one of the hardest things because time is the most valuable thing that you have.
That's a fact.
Like, I don't give a fuck if your house is $10 million. The most valuable thing that you have is time because you can't buy that back. So if somebody's wasting your time, it ain't no buying back. You can break my finger, you can break the window, but that shit's replaceable. Time you cannot replace. So time management, I'd say, is like, one of the hardest things I deal with.
It's such a fact. I'm gonna give you like my game, how I talk to women. It's not game because it's a fact, but the number one thing I tell a girl when I'm with them, like if I go out dinner with her, damn, somebody might be watching this, and now when I say this,
man, you better say it. Everything you made me say already.
All right, so no, but honestly, like I do say it a lot, but I really mean it, and I tell girls I thank them for their time because they could be doing anything in the world and they're actually taking the time out to sit with me. It's not about, anything else. Like time is the most precious and valuable thing because you don't get it back. You can't buy it. You don't get it nowhere. So time is the most valuable thing. What advice do you have for any woman or young girl coming in this industry? If you had to give them any solid advice, what would it be?
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
You're gonna hear no so many times. So many people are gonna tell you no. There's gonna be so many people that don't support you. You're gonna have a family that doesn't believe in your dreams. Family's gonna tell you you need to go to school. That's not a real job. But keep following your heart. If that's what makes you happy and you believe in yourself and you believe in what you're doing, just keep going. No matter how many times you fail, just keep going. That's the best advice I can give anybody.
Facts.
One more thing I'm gonna say. You don't know if tomorrow is promised. So you don't want to spend your life and end your life and think like, what if? Like, what if I did this? Like, how like, what would it have been like if I did this? So the type of time I'm on right now is like, I don't never want to get to that point and think like, well, I didn't get to do this.
Right.
So it's like, if I feel like this makes me happy and I believe in it, like, let's go. I'm just going to keep going. I don't care who believes in me, who likes, who doesn't like it. Like, I'm going to keep people around me that believe in me.
Facts.
And that's just what it is.
Let's make some noise for that right there. All right, so shout outs. Anybody and everybody, whether it's they help you get here today or they helped you level up, whoever it is, I want you to look at that camera right there and give all your shout outs.
Mama, I love you. P.O.P. Nah, my mom, my grandma, my beautiful sisters, rest in power. DJ Hayes, 24-hour hip hop, Litty Show, Broward Fee, Blue Da Vinci. Just everybody that really fucks with me, and honestly, like everybody that knows my name and supports me and follows me, like, because if you didn't follow me, I don't give a fuck if you like me or you don't like me. If you didn't follow me, like, I wouldn't be Jasmin Cadavid. So just like everybody,
and Vice City Studios, we're here.
Vice City everybody that just shows up, and last thing, everybody that's here right now,
make some noise, man.
All right, so after every show, what we do is you first say, not yet, don't say it, because people say it when I say it. Yeah, you ready to say it. So you're going to look at that camera and you're going to say, the fucking vibes after I count down from 3. And then after that, we're going to have the whole audience see it. So right now, we're going to look at the camera. Nobody say it. Let her say it. On 3, 2, 1.
You know the fucking vibes.
Now, everybody, I need y'all to grab y'all drink, y'all smoke, whatever it is y'all got. Even if it's water, I don't give a fuck. On the countdown, we gonna get in. I want everybody to say it with their chest. We got some tickets over there in the cut over there. Mello got some tickets. What's that? Okay, bet. So on 3, 2, 1. You know the fucking vibes. Make some noise, y'all.